Hello, everybody. So I wanted to stop by and drop a quick video regarding this microphone here. So I had some issues with my Vanguard V13, and I know maybe I should turn around a little bit. You can see the base, the face plate of it, but turn it back around here. It's a really nice sounding microphone, very nice sounding tube mic. If you're not familiar with it, Vanguard is based out of California. And to give a quick rundown of an issue I had with this mic, I am very, very happy to have gotten this microphone back. So during the auditions, I would get this RF noise, the signals or interference that was coming out of this particular microphone. And every time I needed to stop it from happening, I would just readjust the mic cable, which you probably can see the connection point here, right here at the top. And when I did so, quite often the interference would stop. So I automatically assumed that it was the mic cable. Okay, this cable is it may not be shielded properly. It may be, something interfering with it. And I never had this issue with this microphone before. And so naturally I began to look into my past of things or jobs I had done with this mic. So I decided to, listen back in on some previous auditions, listen to what I'm doing right now today. Found out there were some discrepancies between things I had done maybe 2 years ago to things, that I had done this year. And I could hear this very low level hum or static in some of my auditions, only specifically with ones I had done with this particular microphone. So I reached out to Vanguard Audio Labs. I've talked to Derek. I explained to him my situation here and exactly what I was hearing and or seeing while in use of the V13. Um, Upon my explanation, he then told me to, hey, I may want to go through a rundown of some aspects of trying to basically narrow what it could be. And I did everything without going through all the specifics. I did everything in which he asked me to the letter. But that wasn't the case. I was still dealing with the issues of interference. So he advised me to actually ship the microphone to him in California. And I did so. Once they received it, I received another email from their lead engineer, Curtis, and Curtis was going through this, the rundown of things he had found. And this is what really was peculiar to me. Curtis then tells me, hey, the base plate was loose. Then I also found that it may be some paint that is in between the connection point of the body of the mic and the base plate. And so he recommended that he was going to go through some other aspects and some other touch points and really fine tune the mic. So I greatly appreciate this 115-point inspection that you did, Curtis. Believe me when I tell you that when I finally got the mic back, I want to say wasn't yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. I got it back 2 days ago. Just didn't have an opportunity to run it through its paces. I'm going to today. And this is like one of the first times I've actually was listening to it, but this is part of the reason why I'm making this video. So when I put it on the boom today, one of the first things that caught my attention was just how open and clear it sounded. It not that it didn't sound great before, because it sounded excellent before, but now it sounds way more open, almost as if I'm in the room with you when I was listening back to it. And so when that caught my attention, I was like, wow, maybe there were some other things wrong. Maybe there were some soldering points that were loose. I mean, it had been 3 years, right? I mean, I've had this microphone for 3 years. So, just by the aspect of looking at, time involved in usage, that, yeah, maintenance would be needed, as I stated earlier. So to say that, Curtis, Derek, you guys are awesome. This microphone sounds even better than than it did the first time around. The first 3 years, I'm hoping to get another 7 to 15 years out of it, maybe even longer. I don't know. And actually, I bought a couple of different tubes to go in it as well. I have a new tube in it right now. I'm testing out, but just the sound of the original tube in this microphone right now, the heft behind it, just in how open it is with that thick sound of that tube. This is something else. It is. So for all of my voice actors, uh, studio pros, engineers, if you are in the market for a tube microphone, stop by Vanguard Audio Labs and give a listen to what they have. This is the V13. This is the version 1. And this particular version is no longer available. They have the version 2, but I don't believe that they would sound too much different. They probably have refined the sound even more. Maybe that's might have been what Curtis did to my microphone. He refined the V1 even more. So this is pretty much what the video was about, just understanding that something as minuscule as paint can cause interference. Not the wire, not the mic cable, paint on the base plate interfering with the body of the microphone within itself can cause interference in your microphone. Who knew?